Al is a French-Canadian author. He's not very well known in English Canada, but in Quebec he is very well known. He has written 12 books so far, and he has sold over 500,000 copies of those books. So he's a bestseller only in Quebec. Can you imagine, if English Canada knew him? Three of his books have been turned into films. And he's a master of, he's known as the Stephen King of Quebec. He's a master of psychological horror. He sucks you into his stories, and then he just twists you around by looking at the darkness of humanity, at the psyche of people gone wrong. And when you read his books, you wonder, what kind of a man could actually write stuff like that? And I was kind of a little bit afraid of meeting him, but I did, and I found out he's actually quite a nice guy. He has a normal wife, although, okay, mind you, she's a psychiatrist, which I guess you need to be to understand Patrick. He has 2 beautiful children. He's in the middle of renovating his house, and in effect, he's quite normal. But he's also a part of a comic troupe. He writes comic skits. One of them has been turned into a piece of theater. So he's a normal person but he looks at the underbelly of humankind. And Against God, I read this book. It was called Contre Dieu. It's called Contre Dieu in French. I read it all in one shot. It's a shorter book. It took me an hour and a half to read, and I just couldn't put it down. You start reading it, and it just sucks you in, and you have this amazing character who you want to love, you want to be close to, and he keeps pushing you away, and you want to know, will he ever let you in? And, well, you have to read the book to see. And I just want to quote from a review that just came out a day ago. It's in this issue of Quill Enquirer, and the reviewer says, because I couldn't have said it better, the reviewer said, "Against God is uncomfortable, frustrating, and horrifying, but also unstoppably addictive. Seneca's taunt narrative, combined with his audacious decision to craft a story as a single 99-page sentence, makes this slim volume impossible to put down from start to finish." So the reviewer had the same idea that I had about it. So we're going to have Patrick speaks English, but he says he speaks it not well enough to read in English. So Patrick is going to read a section in French, because I want you to hear it in the French voice, and then I will read the same section in English. Right, Patrick?